Hey Aries, welcome to your November 2019 monthly reading. I'm so excited that you are here. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for you for November of 2019. So, we start out here with the overall energy, and the overall energy is the Go the Distance card. So, Spirit is letting us know that we need to think long term right now. Okay, you can go the distance, however, you need to think about going long term. This card represents endurance and strength, right? And when we have this goal that we're getting to, whatever we're trying to get to, sometimes we want it, right now. We want it right now. And I get that. But Spirit is saying, no, you're going to have to go and think about this long term, okay? We just have to plan a little. And it's so funny for me to say that because it took me forever to learn not to plan out every moment of my day, right? So I kind of went all the way over to the other side, like no plans at all. But there is a happy medium there. Our plans don't often work out. They really don't, but it's a guide, it's a start, and that plan changes, it twists, it turns, but in a good way, right? Because that's Spirit guiding you. So, right now, Spirit is saying you need to think about your long term view on whatever this is for you, okay? Because this is a general reading, Aries, so it's going to apply differently for everyone. And Spirit just wants. All right, hold on. Aha. Okay, so listen, there's opportunities that you have had that have been happening or that are coming. And yes, that is bringing you all sorts of happiness and joy. And that's a good thing, right? But along the way to getting to those goals, right? Getting to the finish line, right? Here it is, getting to that finish line. There's going to be small disappointments. Things are not going to work out the way that you had planned, right? Just like we're talking about planning. And Spirit's trying to tell you that's okay because that's how it goes. That's normal, right? That you need those little bumps in the road. They're there to teach you lessons, to make you stronger. Okay? So, yeah, this is overall asking you, I really feel like it's asking you to slow down. Like you're sprinting towards something, whatever it is that you are trying to achieve here, you're sprinting. And that's because you have all this energy and this excitement and this passion about it, which is beautiful. But let's think of it, long term. Let's think of this as a marathon. Let's slow it down a little bit, okay? So, the very first card out, and yes, obviously I'm having trouble picking up the cards again today. As my subscribers know, that happens often to me. But the very first card out is, the Magician. Such beautiful energy. Listen, this is your resourcefulness. This is very much inspired action towards this goal, whatever it might be for you. This is you manifesting, as above, so as below. It's very even. You're definitely using all the tools to make this happen. But you're trying to force it to happen quickly and in a way that you think it should. And especially that quickly part, okay? So what Spirit's trying to get across here, sorry guys, a lot of energy coming in. We just talked about this in the, in some of the All Hallows Eve readings, in some of the Moonology that we did readings, right, with the new moon. Right now, it's very important that we are planting the seeds for what we want to manifest into 2020, okay? So I really feel like Spirit is coming through and saying, listen, I know you want it now, but we want this to be long-lasting. So we got to slow down, make sure we're doing it right, and it's going to lead all the way through 2020, okay? So that's why Spirit wants you to slow down, okay? So that it's done right. So those seeds are planted correctly, so they're spaced out correctly so they can grow, right? So Spirit's asking you to slow down a little bit. It's going to happen, but we need to slow down a little bit. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and This goes more towards that spiritual side, that healing side, things that we need to do that are very important to do right now. They really are, guys, this month of November. Actually, probably more so, like, I want to say the first 2 weeks of November here is we really need to let go of the past, okay? You need to let go of the past. Otherwise, you're going to drag it into 2020, okay? So, listen, Spirit's awesome. The divine is awesome. The universe is awesome. However, it's a dance that we do with them. And if you choose not to do some of these things, then they can't bring in the good, all right? Excuse me, because we have free will, right? If we didn't have free will, we wouldn't be making any of the decisions on our own. And we wouldn't be, sorry, I had to take a drink of coffee, and we wouldn't be living this experience here that we came to live, right? To learn from. So it's very important. I mean, Spirit is really pushing this. It's really important for you to let go of the past. Now, we often talk about letting go of fears and anxieties and things that do not serve us, but this is particular about the actual past. Like things that have happened to you, you need to thank them. You need to appreciate them because they taught you something, no matter how hurtful it was, no matter how much, it drained you, no matter how much it made you lose faith in yourself, in the universe, and others. I am so sorry, guys. That you really have to let it go now. Okay, you have to let it go. Now is the time. So listen, we just started this reading, and Spirit is like getting me, boom, these two cards. Like, hey, let's talk about these for 100 minutes, right? So there's obviously a point to it, though, and Spirit wants you to know you are going to manifest what you want. You have to slow down. You will, if you slow down, you're going to get more inspiration, right? Inspired action that comes in, that comes right from the divine, okay? But you have to free the space in your head and in your heart, okay? There's a heart-mind connection, okay? So you have to filter what happened in the past through your heart, and that way it can be released, right? All right, let's go on, okay? Let's go on. I think you guys get the point here. Then we have the King of Wands in reverse, okay? This is, again, Spirit saying, please slow down. Do not be impulsive right now. Being impulsive can be wonderful in the sense of it if you take it in the form of spontaneity, right, and a new experience. But this way, the way Spirit's telling us is that no, right now being impulsive is not going, it's not going to be good, okay? It just is not going to be good. So you need to stop and think, okay, and slow it down. Go the distance, don't start sprinting. So, okay, don't do anything impulsive right now. It's not the time. Watch yourself, guys. Watch yourself, all right? Then we have the King of Cups in reverse, and this goes hand in hand with this as far as they're matching up, right? Here's a story here, here's a story here. So don't be impulsive. Have self-compassion, okay? Use self-compassion. Don't sit there and beat yourself up because you haven't achieved this goal yet. You're not supposed to. Everything is in divine timing, right? So, yes, you are going to achieve it, but there's reasons Spirit is holding back. There's reasons that, they're putting these little disappointments in there, right? There's absolutely a reason for it, and instead of getting upset about it, you need to really view it in a different way and thank Spirit because there's obviously a reason for it. And then, and you may not know it now, guys, you may not see it now, but you might, in like a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, you're going to go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Spirit, right? Now, we have the Eight of Cups here, and, I feel like, normally I very much like the Eight of Cups. It's change, you're walking away from something. But here in this one, I think Spirit is saying, don't let these little disappointments make you walk away from this whole situation that you're trying to achieve, okay? Please don't walk away out of frustration, okay? Calm yourself, meditate, breathe, walk away, take a break for a week, whatever it is. But it's still achievable. I know you feel like maybe you're up against a wall here, but it's very much achievable, okay? Once you kind of get I hate to say this, guys. I mean, I love you, Aries. I hate to say it. I never want my readings to come across as yelling at anybody or being mean, but you need to like bring it back down, Stop getting so frustrated. Listen, you're an Aries. I mean, I love you. You're full of passion. However, you can turn that quick, right? I've never seen anybody go so much from loving and adoring to anger and frustration. I mean, it's literally a light switch. It's like boom. Okay, so you got to slow that down. Okay, you got to slow that down. It's all happening for a reason. Okay. All right, Aries. And the next card out is the Eight of Wands. Okay, the Eight of Wands is that action, that speed, right? And this does have to do with travel. So I feel more so not physical travel, but like a mind travel, like going from one to the other. This is the Spirit saying, yes, we want you to slow down now. When you slow down, you're going to recharge, and then you're going to move pretty fast forward again. So that tends to be how life is, right? So we slow down, we rest, we relax, and then boom, we're full of, all this energy. And that's what they're asking you to do. Okay, slow down for now, and the energy is going to come back, and it's going to come back very fast. All right, and you like that kind of energy, I know. So Aries, listen, also, just it sticks out so much. I just can't go past this. 88. You need to look up the angel number 88. Listen, it's a very spiritual time right now. There's a lot of signs and symbols. There's a lot coming through the decks as far as numbers go. Okay, and it doesn't even matter what deck I use. Spirit, your angels, your guides are like just throwing out like, go, have them do this. So you need to go Google 88 and what that spirit number is, right? What that angel number is. It's very important. They want you to know this, okay? And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles here is you're hanging on too tight, right? Look at him. You're hanging on too tight. And yes, normally that does talk about money and things like that. But this is, Aries, this is some goal for you. And I don't know if it is work or love or just a goal for yourself. It's going to resonate with you all differently. But regardless, you're hanging on too tight. You want the outcome to be a certain way, but you're not letting the flow of the universe work with you, okay? Yes, we want to have some control in our lives. I get that, but and you should, right? You make decisions. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go, right? But you're hanging on too tight, and you need to let go. So a better way of this coming to fruition will happen. A much better way, okay? More than you could even imagine. And then we have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, this is absolutely going back to that, thinking long term, right? This is foresight. This is, yes, you're waiting for your ships to come in. This is the balance that you need, right? Okay, so this is, absolutely, absolutely where they want you to be, okay? They want you to be in that Three of Wands energy. Then we have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card, this is this talks about your inner calling, like what you're supposed to be doing, and that's beautiful because this goal that you're trying to achieve, that is exactly it. But it's also the card of rebirth. So for you, what this rebirth is it's finding, it's a new path to get there, guys. It is a new path to get there, and it's going to be a better path than you planned, okay? It's plans change. That's what Spirit's trying to tell me. Plans change. So right now, they just want you to do a little foresight, a little, future planning, okay? Because plans change. They usually change for the better. And then we have the Moon card in reverse here, and this is nice. This is very nice because you're releasing the fear of not being in control. Okay, now you like to be in control, I get it, and you're fearful of when you're not. Spirit's asking you to let go a little bit, let them take, the wheel, if you will, for a little bit here, and you're releasing the fear of that. It's all going to turn out very, very good for you when you do that, okay? Then we have the Five of Swords. Now, this is you trying to win at all costs. You really have been trying to make this happen, like, too hard, right? Now, we need to put in effort. I get that. But you're trying to make it happen so much in a certain way. You have to let go of that, okay? You have to let go of that. It's not going to turn out the way you want. It just won't. You can't force it. You have to have the guidance from, your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, the divine. You have to let them join. And then we have the Three of Cups. If you collaborate, okay, if you collaborate with your guides, with spirit, with the divine, and you let them do their part by releasing a little bit of the control here, it will end up in celebration. Whatever this goal, this achievement, this thing that you want, okay, whatever it is, if you collaborate with spirit, there will be celebration. You have to trust spirit to get you there, okay? So let's go to the bottom of the deck here. We've got the Hermit, okay? This is introspection. This is inner guidance. So this is, listen, the cards have different meanings depending on the reading, right? And this one is saying you have to, okay, so you have to let go of the control. We've talked about that, right? You have to go inside for answers, because when we go inside for answers, okay, what that is you're talking with your higher self, right? And your higher self has all the knowledge. And your higher self is also being given that knowledge that you need, right? By spirit, by the divine. So you're trying to do whatever this is, it's too much pen and paper. It's too much research, on the computer. You're not trusting here. You're not going within. Okay, so spirits say you have to go within. The answers are here, within you. We're giving them to you. So you need to go here instead of you're being very much in the 3D world. Okay, and that happens, and that's okay. But now it's time to go back to finding out your answers from inside. They are inside you, your higher self, your guides, your ancestors, the divine. I'm just saying, you're not dancing very well right now. Okay, you need to join in that partnership. And then we have, look, the Two of Wands. This is looking out for the future. This is definitely seeing the different versions. This is having the world in your hands. So again, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, it will happen. But you have to have twos, balance, right? You and spirit, twos and balance. You can have the world in your hands, okay? And then look, once that happens, once you let go of the past, you change your ways, you don't sit there and try to control it all, right? Look what happens. The Knight of Wands energy comes in. The energy is back. The passion about it is back. Instead of it being a chore, it becomes something that you love. Action comes back in, okay? So slow down now. Go inside for a little bit. Inside you for a little bit. Let go of the need to control. Let go of a lot of things, right? The past. Okay? You got to loosen up. Loosen up. Let go and loosen up, okay? And look, let's do the tea leaves here because I like this very, very much. We've got Aries, the bird flying. News is on the way. This is coming from spirit, okay? This is absolutely coming from spirit or your higher self. That's what news is coming. This is not outside news, okay? Then we have the crib, and this is the birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Now, of course, this absolutely could be people that out there, Aries, that are going to have a child. Absolutely, could be getting pregnant, could be having a child, but I don't feel like that's the majority here. For the majority of you, that's the enterprise part, right? That's that goal. Definitely could be pregnancy. Maybe some of you have been trying to get pregnant and you're trying to force it, okay? And I get that. And there are a few of you out there that are doing that. But for the rest of you, this is enterprise. This is your goals, your businesses, monetary goals. I don't feel like this could be a little bit on the love side. But I feel, again, these are also personal challenges that you guys are trying to do. Maybe you are trying to, prepare for a marathon. Maybe you are. Let me know in the comments. But, this is definitely more on that end. And then, though, we have the harp. That is great happiness. So if you listen to spirit, guys, if you take the guidance from spirit, because that's what this is. When you come to these readings, they are meant for you, and they are meant for you to decide if you want to take the guidance, okay? That's what it is. And we have free will to choose not to or choose to. My suggestion is always listen to their guidance because, look, it will bring you great happiness. Now, Aries, this is much longer than normal, right? And I am so sorry, but Spirit definitely wanted you to hear certain things and things, repeated. So I am going to wrap this up. I think November is going to be a good month for you if you relax, let go, do what Spirit's asking you to do. Please look up the number 88. It's important. Your angels want you to know that. Angel number 88. Please make sure that you put some comments and let me know how this resonates with you. What's going on? What are you trying to achieve? I'm curious. And don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. That lets YouTube know that this is of value to you, and I certainly hope it is. And don't forget to click on that little bell that notifies you of when a new video is uploaded. So happy November, Aries.